Welcome everyone to our channel, and today we are going to discuss about a very important concern that's happening in Indian cricket right now, and what happened to Virat Kohli.
Yeah, so this issue has been going on for quite a while. As we know, Virat Kohli has been the poster boy of modern cricket for last 10 or 15 years after Sachin Tendulkar. So this on not only benefited Indian cricket, but it also benefited the modern style of batting that the current cricketers actually follow. So we can easily say Virat Kohli is one of the greatest batsmen, arguably one of the greatest cricketer in this modern era. Not It can be debatable whether he is the greatest cricketer of all time or not, but he has been carrying the flag of poster boy for 10 or 15 years. And Virat Kohli has been one of the few players who had an average of at least 50 in each of the format, whether it is Test, ODI or T20. But recently, due to his lack of form, his average in Test and T20 has gone down under 50. But still, he is carrying a better average in ODI, which is close to 60. But as we know, it is an inevitable question that um, whether Virat Kohli should retire or not, since getting old right now. And we are asking three more questions. The second question that we are asking is that should Virat Kohli continue to make a stronger comeback like he used to do before? As we know, he was showing a lack of form in last 5 or 6 years ago, but still he made a strong comeback after that. So the third question that we are asking is whether the BCCI should continue to look for him to get back his destructive form or not. And the fourth question that we are asking is that why Virat Kohli is struggling in his batting. So, as we know, that the recently Border Gavaskar Trophy has been concluded, and even though India, after winning the first Test match, they lost this series 3-1, and one of the major reason for their series loss was due to the lack of form of the top order batters, and Virat Kohli is one of them. In the first test, Virat Kohli scored a century, but overall in the series, he has performed very poorly, and it was quite a regular script for the Australian bowlers to bowl in the fifth or sixth stump line after getting a few runs. So it has been a persistent issue that has been going on in the whole series, and even though the Australian bowlers actually told in the media that they are going to go in the fifth or sixth stump line to Virat Kohli, he fell into the trap again and again. So as we can see in all the dismissals that that has got him out in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, you can see that his head position is falling right outside the off stump, and his weight is coming right before that delivery is pitched on the outside of off. So that is actually making his decision difficult to judge where his actual off stump guard is. That's why he's getting hesitant whether he should play or leave, and as a result, he is getting nicked away. But this is not the only scenario that Virat has faced in recent years. This similar situation has happened to him in 2014 in England also, where Jimmy Anderson had given him a very tough time, and he was getting him out on the fifth or sixth stump region, right? But he had overcome that difficult phase and scored tons of runs after correcting his stance. So that is a big question in our discussion, like where he should actually look for the correction of his batting stance, and how he can actually get out of this bad patch.
So basically, if we think about Virat Kohli, and since the beginning, Virat Kohli uh, is having a wonderful years, especially in the 2016 to 19, and where he was averaging more than 60, and especially in 2016 and 2017, his average was more than 75. And even though he is struggling since 2020, but he actually made a comeback at 2023 when his test batting average was very close to 60. So now many people can argue that he often took advantage of the home ground, and he scores more run in the home matches. But if we look into the stat right now, we can see that Virat Kohli's average in the away games are not much bad, especially in his bad patch of recent bad patch since 2022-24. He actually did better in the away matches where his average is touching 80s, where he actually struggled at home. And even in many cases we can see that his average was always very closer to more than 40 or 50, which is a very healthy average for a test batter. Now that means that even in peak form, and where it doesn't matter where he is playing, his batting was so good that he could perform in any places. Yes, every batter can take some advantage from at home matches, but still he could play well in the away matches as well. And especially I want to highlight about one important aspect in 2016. In 2016, his batting average was around 75 something. So, and it is one of his finest years where he scored around 200 plus runs, and he was amazing in that year. And all these 200 runs was against New Zealand, England, and West Indies. Now, although it is his finest year, we can see that in the screen right now that he got out he actually got out in catch out. He was catch out for 10 times and LBW for 4 times. And among these 14 instances, actually in 13 times he misjudged the ball that's outside of the off. So that means some of the technical issues that we are talking about right now, his stance, his misjudgment of the ball of outside off, it was always there. But still he managed to score runs. And that's the most important aspect, that even though the concern of edging the ball were there, but he was scoring tons and tons of runs. Now, one key thing to take away from here is that a batter can have technical issues, some basic technical issues, but if the batter can manage that, if the batter can score runs out of it, it doesn't matter what technical issue the batter has. The batter does not have to think about those technical issues anymore. Now, the critical questions here, that why Virat Kohli is struggling now, then, especially for last 4 years, he is actually having a huge bad patch. Now why? Now one of the key issue can be the age, which is a natural thing. Like when we get old, we start to lose our eyesight. We have issues with some of the technique. Our body starts to crumble, and that can be one of the issue. And this is why many batters often faces technical challenges, and every batter has to find a way to get out of it. Now, the second thing, and I would say that this is the most prominent cause why Virat Kohli is struggling, that is noise. Now, whenever you are going to bat, and batting is one of the most difficult tasks in my views, because whenever you are batting, you may face a bowler who is bowling at 140, 45, 130. and you have to face a ball and you have to make an instant decision that what you are going to do. And in that decision process, your brain has to work at its peak. And now, when you have too much noise outside of you, you fail to actually make the right decision. In one of the interview, Tamim Iqbal once said that he was also concerned about his technique, his feet movement, and so on and so on. And he was struggling during that time, and he could not, every time, the more he was thinking about it, the more he was getting out. Then he decided, no, I'm not going to think about where my feet goes, rather, I'm doing what naturally comes, and I will face the ball. And that's when he became successful. So this is very important, the noise. Now, if we think about for last few years, there is a cold war going on between Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Even though they both are playing in a harmonious manner right now, but that cold war is still there. And at the same time, the more he is having the bad form or bad matches, the media pressure is going on and on and on. It's more like a fission reaction right now. So this is why we can see that he is struggling a lot of, he's facing so many pressures right now. And at the same time, with current head coach Gautam Gambhir, there was this past tension between Virat Kohli and Gautam Gambhir, and that might also play a part in this bad form. Even though Gautam Gambhir denied all the issues, but still there's some issue might be there. And another key problem that I feel that for last few years, Virat Kohli was playing in all formats. Now, whenever you are trying to play in different formats, formats require different type of techniques. Like in T20, you have to think about strikers and you have to take more risks. In Test, you may actually avoid taking those risks. So you have to adjust all three formats. Now, at this age, it can be very difficult for a batter to actually adjust continuously. So this can, although he retired from T20, but I would say that this can also play a part here.
So another point that we wanted to make here is that since the modern cricket is played in an attacking manner, as we know, India's head coach Gautam Gambhir is also in attacking nature. So he wants to win the game rather than drawing the game, right? So he has some certain guidelines that he wants the batters to follow and the bowlers to follow. So that might also affect Virat Kohli's natural game, and whatever bad patch he's going through, he might not get enough time to survive. He might have to follow the coach's instruction to play attacking game. That's why he may have to not only leave the ball which is coming outside of for all the time. He may have to sometime go for the drive outside of. That may be another reason which is causing his downfall. So lastly, we wanted to discuss that whether Kohli should retire or not, and how Kohli should make a comeback. So in case of retirement, these decisions are totally personal, I believe. These decisions are totally made by the players consulting with their friends and families, and whatever is best for the situation and whatever mindset that particular player is having. So, and as we have seen that right after winning the World Cup for India, Virat, Rohit and Jadeja declared that they are going to retire. So these sort of decisions are totally welcome from the player individually, but this should not be pressurized by the outside parties. And another aspect that we can think of is that how Virat Kohli can make a comeback, and that process has to come from outside. Like he should not be affected by the outside noise that is coming towards him. And even though he's struggling the deliveries against outside of, I think these issues are carrying with him for quite a long time. If I am not wrong, in 2015 World Cup against Bangladesh when India played against Bangladesh. Virat Kohli also got out again, facing a delivery from Rubel Hussain. When playing a wide delivery outside of hand, he got caught behind. So these and that was played in Australia, right? But he also this is not the only example of Virat Kohli facing some issues in the deliveries against outside of. He has also scored tons of runs in Australia previously also. So he should take a leaf out of those books and try to adjust his natural game if he wants to make a comeback, and that would be a better decision for him. He should make this decision by himself only, rather than not getting affected by the outside noise and pressure that is coming towards him. That's what we wanted to talk about.
And at the same time, we are wishing Virat Kohli all the good lucks.
Yeah.
And Virat Kohli is one of the best batter in modern day cricket, and it is very, although many people are trolling him for his form, but still, if you think deeply, seeing him having this tough time
Yeah.
is not something good for cricket. So I
Yeah.
really want him to make a comeback, and for that reason, it's very important for the team management to provide necessary independence to his batting, because the batters like Virat Kohli, they should not be put under some tactics and techniques. They have to be given the free roam, like Sachin Tendulkar used to get, and that's how we can get the best out of the this particular batter. And this is very important. I hope that Gautam Gambhir and the team management and everyone understand this very important detail, and they give Virat Kohli this free roam so that he can improve. And Virat Kohli has the capability to contribute to the team at least 3 or 4 more years in my eyes. So
Yeah.
we should give him that kind of leeway so that he can perform and he can score more and more runs, and we can actually, at the end of the day, when he's retiring, we all can gather together and applaud for him. Thank you, everyone. Please subscribe to our channel, and of course comment, share your thoughts, and definitely in the future we are going to discuss about your comments in our video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.